Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Ratnaveer Precision Engineering Limited Q2FY26 earnings conference call hosted by Systematix Shares and Stocks Limited. As a reminder, all participant lines will remain in listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star, then zero on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Ms. Moksha Lodha from Systematix Group. Thank you, and over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. On behalf of Systematix Group, we welcome you all to the Q2 FY26 conference call of Ratnaveer Precision Limited. From the management side, we have Mr. Vijay Sanghavi, Managing Director, Mr. Ajay Panchal, GM Finance, CA Swati Jagtap, Financial Analyst. I will now hand over the call to Mr. Vijay for the opening remarks, followed by the Q&A session. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Moksha. I myself, Vijay Sanghavi, Managing Director of Ratnaveer Precision Engineering Limited. I am grateful and thankful to the Systematix Group and Lodha and the team to connect the call to the all investors together on a one platform to present Q2 financial highlights and the results. So thank you so much for this. I herewith very much grateful and thankful, and good afternoon everyone to join us the call of the financial investor call for the financial Q2 earnings and the revenues. I am very much grateful that all have a time and join us together for this kind of the call. Before the opening remarks, I can just tell you to present the numbers and the data for the Q2 of the Ratnaveer Precision Engineering Limited. So Q2 result would be a revenue that can be 287 crores, and the EBITDA the company has been achieved, that is 30.26 crores, and the PAT the company has been achieved the 15.35 crores. So it would be a very historical and the highest numbers which company has been achieving till now from the quarter to quarter. The growth for the revenue for the year on year, that would be almost 25% plus. So in a couple of years, when the 2 years have been completed by the company on the main board IPO, company has been significantly achieved the great numbers and the results in front of the investors in the benefit of the company, investors, and the trust and faith on the company's management to in front of you. So I would be very much grateful and thankful to present you, and over to you, madam, for the next Q&A questions.
Vijay sir, shall we open the floor for Q&A?
Yes, please, sir.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and one on your touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and two. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Our first question comes from the line of Deepak Purswani from Swan Investments. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening, Vijay bhai.
Good evening, Deepak bhai. कैसे हैं, sir?
ठीक है सर, आप कैसे हैं सर?
Yes, good and great. Thank you.
Yeah. Vijay bhai, just wanted to check it out. If we look into the first half balance sheet, I mean, first of all, congratulations for good set of numbers. Just wanted to check it out on the balance sheet side. This time receivable has increased a bit on the first half. So just wanted to check it out. Is there any specific reason, or how should we look into it going ahead?
No, Deepak, that would be, we have completed the capex of 48 crores in February itself. The new revenue has been start up, the new products has been in place, and the receivables and the revenues would be starting up from the first quarter itself. So the receivable levels would be quite comfortable because we have been given them a room to introduce the product, to execute the product and taste and try the product. So the some numbers from the end of the customers can be receivable, can be improved. It could not be a regular pattern, but yes, it could be a new SKUs and the new products are in place. So significantly for the first quarter and second quarter, it can be remain, but it can be maintained.
Okay. And sir, in the first half, what is the component of the value-added product in the overall revenues?
Yeah. So in first half, there would be a first quarter and second quarter can be adding up. There would be a product-wise segmental revenues are being prescribed, and we have been already prepared. That's our revenue for the Q2 would be for the value-added products, would be adding up the circlips, nut and bolts, and the tubes of electropolis tubes, as well as to the some other of the sheet metal components. So it could be additional revenue from this. It can be 8% of the contributions right now for the first half, but significantly this can be improving year on quarter and quarter and year two. So it can be help us to boost our bottom line itself.
Okay. Okay. And secondly, sir, if you can give the broader, share your thought process, firstly on the CapEx plan. What are our overall CapEx plan from the next 2-year perspective? And secondly, I mean, just continuing on it, what are our plan to fund it out, and what would be the optimum level of debt to equity we are looking at?
Okay, that's a good questions, and we could be ready for this. Number one, the capital expenditures, which can be announced 2 years before. Out of this, the 48 crores can be completed and done and successfully executed. Number two, the 68 crore of the CapEx, which we have been planning out by the November end and the December first week. So this can be starting up for the tubes, circlips, fasteners, and 2 megawatts of the solar plants. That can be a plan, and it can be starting up by the first week of December itself, and target to complete by July 26. Number two, we have been also looking forward for the copper-cladded laminates project, which also can be started up by the mid of December and targeted to completed by July 26. So these are the two major capex is planned by a company in the next 2 years, and company can be look forward to the numbers in the next 2 years. That can be a 1,500 crore as a top line, 8.5% as a PAT, and the 13.5% as EBITDA. That can be a projected numbers. Once upon a time, the second capex can be completed, and we can be very much clearly a roadmap for this kind of the plans. Number two, the funding over. The company has been looking forward for the QIP funding over, which the shareholders and the board approvals can be done. And we have been trying up by December, and the QIP can be successfully completed. We have been trying our level best to make the commitments over that, and we can be move ahead. So last year, the top line would be 880 crores, and we have a target to complete of 1,500 crores in a 2 years of the span. And in a 3 year of the span, company can be looking forward for the 1,800 crore as a top line. So the working capital can be required, and the QIB funds can be helped to this working capital gap can be fulfilled. And we don't have any other fund plan right now. About the debt equity ratios, right now it would be at nearby to the 0.5, 0.6, and it can be year on year, it can be improved. And in a couple of years, looking to the internal accruals and the capex, once upon a time it can be completed. So this debt equity ratios can be also improved significantly in coming years. Thank you.
Okay. And so just final on that part, what is the fund requirement to reach at the 1,500 crore top line? And what are the plan in terms of the funding it out? What is the amount we are looking out to raise through the QIP, and what would be the debt level which we will be looking at?
Yeah. So, we have been looking forward for the 150 crore as a working capital for 880 crores to 1,500 crores of the journey. And we have been looking for, we have taken the approval for 211 crores up to the QIB plan. And once upon a time, if we, whatever the shortfall type can be there, then we can be make the debt fund, otherwise it could not be required.
So that's it from my end. Thank you, Vijay bhai, and wish you all the best.
Thank you, Deepak bhai. Thank you to connect us, please.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Sahil Patani from Strokes Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi. Thank you for the opportunity. I've been actually waiting for this call because I had sent a few emails to your investor relations as well to host the call. So I'm
Yes.
glad
Can you
that
speak
you're
loudly,
doing
please,
it.
sir?
Sure. So thanks for doing this call. I actually
Yeah.
sent a few mails to your investor relations as well to host the call. So I'm glad that you're doing it. So thank you for that.
Great.
I wanted to understand, really broadly on the business level, like what makes Ratnaveer Precision different to some of your competitors, right? Because you operate in kind of niche categories of stainless steel washers, fasteners, and other value-added products. So what mode does our company have? Like what is different that Ratnaveer has? Is it technology? Is it distribution? So if you could just broadly throw some light on that.
Oh, great. Very, very nice questions, and I love it, such kind of the questions always. Very important, the Ratnaveer would be having three different kind of the products and the three different kind of the industries under the one roof. So you can say that as a fastener industry, which covers nut, bolt, and the washers and clips is a precision component product can be covered under the one roof, which is a very rarely shown. Number two, the second industry, that is tubes and pipes, and the special products of electropolished tubes and pipes would be under the one roof. The sheet metal component and the automobile and the aviation and the marine industry, railways, for the components of the product for the solar renewables, these are under the one roof. And the fourth would be we are the largest producer for the washers in a country. This could be different from the others. So you can see that the three industries are the different, which can be growing in a scale of 5,000 crores, 10,000 crores very normally. And under the one roof, there is a three industries are there, and we are not dependent onto the only one industry, which can be performed good or bad, but there is a three kind of the different products and the baskets and the categories what we have. We have a number of SKUs in a hand of more than 10,000 plus. That would be a great strength than the other competitors. We are the preferential buyer because of the under the one roof, they can get the nuts, bolt, washers, clips all together in a one family. Also, there is a finishing line sheets, there is a tubes and pipes, and there is a house of the stainless steel would be there. So other competitors have tubes, then only tubes, fasteners, then only fasteners, sheets and sheet metal components, then only the sheet metal finishing line and the sheet metal components. But here you can see under the one roof, all these categories of the stainless steel products are available. We have not been depending on to the one industry or the second industry itself only. There's a variety kind of the industries we have been serving. That's why we could be a very different from the others. There is a precision components, there is a volumetric products, there is a product which can be added the lot many engineering and the value additions. These are the different from the others. We are the green power company, so utilizing the all 100% green power to the company, so that can be help us. So it would be a backward and forward integrated, fully integrated company. So from scrap to raw material and raw material to finished product, we can be doing. So there is a number of things are here where we are being very different than the our peers, and we could be a very confident. It could be a 25 years old company, 1,200 people are working over there, and 25% plus CAGR growth we have been doing constantly, and we try to remain the maintain for the future also. So this is the largest growth points where we can be a differ than the others. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that explanation. So in that case, can you tell me, like, is this like a sticky business in the sense that do we have long-term contracts with clients, or how does that work? Like, can it be like clients are taking, let's say, they're using or taking our products for a few years, but then they move on to some other company? Like, how are these contracts really working?
No, it could be not a contract base. It can be a plant approval base. So our plant has been approved by them, number one. Number two, looking to the deliveries, looking to the product, quality of the product and the services, it can be a depending that customers can be retained to us or not. Number three, there is a order-to-order contract would be there. We don't have any long-term contracts, but yes, it could be a price fixation of the product-wise, and we have been working. So we have a customers to whom we are working with the 20 years plus. We have a customers to whom we are working with the 15 years plus. So that was the preferentials of the customers, and all is depending upon your services, delivery, and the important is quality of the product is very, very important into the our kind of the products.
Okay. And since we also like have like a significant amount in, we do exports as well, export business. So does our export business have a higher margin than our internal India only business? And are we looking to increase our percentage of share outside of India in the export segment?
No, there is not much variation over there. In our washers product and the fasteners contribution, there would be a 20% for the exports in a overall consolidated balance sheet is concerned, but remaining will be for the domestic. But for the washers, yes, we have been doing maximum for the exports. There is it's a labor-oriented product, and the labor would be a very expensive into the overseas of the countries like European countries and all the European countries over there. So that's why it could be a marginally, yes, the margin is better than domestic. But in domestic India nowadays, it could be a very popular demands are there. For the railways, for the marine, for the automobiles, for the aerospace, as well as to the defense industry. There is a big presence over there, and a lot of margins are there. So importantly, is not only the much gap of the margin, but yes, overall globally presence as well as the local presence would be make a difference. So wherever the best margins are there, we have been looking forward over there, and we get the business and the contracts over there. And number two, the volumes is also very important. So we're looking to the volume of the business together, because somehow the margins are high, but volumes are very, very low, which also not can be a survive. So we can maintain both the things, volume as well as the margins together, and cost efficient, and the delivery and the quality would be a first priority on our side.
Okay. And you just mentioned that, we'll be doing 1,500 crores in 2 years. So is that for FY27 or FY28?
FY27 is a 1,500, FY28 is 1,800 crores.
Okay. That sounds very good.
And you see our numbers. You see our numbers. What we delivered 2 years before when we do the IPO, and what we committed over there, and what we delivered. It is a 1 year far ahead. Our projections can be completed. We could be very conservative into giving the numbers. So our roadmap and the clear path would be there. So we could be very much confident on our numbers to achieve it and deliver it. Whatever we committed, we want to be delivered ahead of it.
Yes. I think that's very commendable, sir. Thank you for that. And I'm hoping you will continue doing the Concalls in the future quarters as well. And like this is just the beginning, so you continue the trend of hosting Concalls.
Yes. Honestly, that's we have not done much more Concalls in the past. In part of many of the investors have been in the dialogues that you must have to be do the Concalls and investor calls after the results. That can be fruitful, and we acknowledge this part, and we also learn out from this journey of over 2 years, and we started the calls now, and we definitely want that we can be continue this practice.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. I think that's all I had.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Bhavesh Patel from Patel Investments. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity and congratulations on wonderful set of numbers. Our company continues to grow and achieve higher numbers. Appreciates everything you, Vijay, management team as well as our employees are doing to make this happen. And in fact, as the prior person mentioned, I'm also very happy that having this first ever investor call is absolutely a first step in the right direction. I have following questions for you to help explain. And first question is, in the recent quarter, we saw some volatility in the EBITDA margin. Can you elaborate on the proportion of revenue coming from higher value product, like finished washers versus commodity grade SS products? and what mix are you targeting for next 4 to 6 quarters to structurally lift the profitability? Question number 2, you are undergoing capacity expansion, and you touched upon that in terms of one we completed, another which will be funded by the QIP. Can you please share the current utilization that we have across our existing plants, and how quickly you expect the new capacity to ramp up? And once we do that, how much time it takes to get to breakeven? And will the CapEx continue to help achieve the 25% plus growth that you have given? And on this, you already mentioned probably yes. So question number 3, given growth and exports expansion, how is the company balancing working capital intensity? Should we expect inventory and receivable days to stabilize or increase in FY26 for the remaining 2 quarters? And number 4, I understand that the QIP is delayed. Will it impact our growth and CapEx plans? And can you update us on the latest on the subject? So once again, thank you for the opportunity and look forward to getting your answers.
So thank you so much for your kind words, and I definitely accept the things, and I would be step by step answering your question. First, about the EBITDA. Yes, the EBITDA margins was fantastically moving. Okay, number 1. So EBITDA margin were increased from 10.34 in quarter 1 to 10.51 in quarter 2. It could be a minor increasing margin, but yes, it can be a maintained and it can be a increasing. So in a 2 years past, it can be a nearby to the 7%, and in a 2 years, we can be increase the margin gradually and step by step with the 10.5%, and it can be a improving into the next 2 years. We have a target to reach the 13.5% of the EBITDA. So that can be a very much focused point by a management and our side, that our EBITDA margin can be increasing fantastically. Number 2, about the new capacities. Okay. So about the new capacities which is coming up. Right now, this capacity of the, a part of this 48 crore of the CapEx, that can be utilizing almost nearby to the 80 to 90% of utilization. So we are at the peak level of this as the engineering industry is concerned. Number 2, about the new capacities, this year we targeted for the 50% to 60% of utilization, that we are in line to utilize it, and remaining capacities can be coming up, and the first year and second year can be established time in a normal engineering industries, that we have been looking forward to. So with this new capacities, the company's growth plan of 25% plus, that can be maintained. And about this, we have been targeting that how faster we can be growing, and we could be very confident that we could be achieving these numbers, what we have been expected over there. Parallelly, the capital expenditures can be planned out, and it can be overall managed. And second CapEx will be started by end of November, first week of December, and July 26 will be commissioning date. So we targeted that we can be complete our CapEx in time and within budget, and the quality of the equipment and the modern technology can be established in a company to get the best output of the quality. So number 3, about the QIP, yes, we are in process. Once upon a time, we can be get through this. We definitely updated the intimations to the exchanges, and the information is passing automatically. So this could be in process, and it can be help us the company to growing in a better shape and give us the better shape and the numbers to the company in coming time. So and the numbers to maintain the 25% above growth cannot be a easy target, but yes, we have been able to success with the entire team, with the blessings of the parents, God, and the entire team supports and help. We can be sustain and maintain it, and in future also we can get the same support and the blessings from the investors to all of the outsource, and we try to definitely come out to the maintain this kind of the numbers as well in the future.
Sure, Vijay bhai. Thank you for the explanation. But can you expand on the inventory days? Do you expect it to remain the same? It's usually higher compared to, please.
Yeah. So I'm sure that I missed this point about the inventory numbers and the working capital days, your point. But the inventories normally for the days, it can be 120 days to 130 days can be maintained. Last year, we can reach to the 114 days. In normal industries, when we are doing the CapEx constantly, the inventories for the one time can be definitely increasing the days. Yes, that is sure. But in coming years, it can be maintained in between of 110 to 120 days. 120 days, this could be a normal significant target for the company. So first, we can be maintain and achieve this target, and then we look forward to better improvement into this field as well. And the working capital cycle has also been improved a lot, and we try ourselves to give up the bestest results in upfront of this. This could be a topmost criteria into our focus in our eyes to look forward it and improve it, because it can be definitely improve our direct profitabilities to the company. So we definitely concerned about it.
Sure. And one suggestion is, I think going forward, don't dilute the equity further because, you have been diluting the equity. So even though the numbers are going up, maybe EPS is not going up in the same ratio. If you want, there are other fundraising methods, probably lesser expensive from a shareholder perspective. That's a suggestion. But once again, thank you for everything you have done, and all the very best.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I understand your point, understand the method of understanding, but yes, we could look forward to this QIP, and then we can be stop for to diluting. That is what our target. But yes, in QIP, it can be somewhere it can be hit, but EPS, for the time being, it can be hit. But once upon a time, the gross block, net block, and the revenues or the internal accruals can be generated, then automatically the cash flows and the EPS can be improved a lot.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to the participants that if you wish to ask a question, you can press star and one on your touchtone phone to join the question queue. Our next question comes from the line of Pranav from Prudent Equity. Please go ahead.
Hello. Now audible?
Okay.
Yes, sir, you are
Hello.
audible. Please
Yeah,
continue with your question.
Yes, Mr. Pranav, please.
My first question was regarding your plant and machinery. So in March FY25, that figure increased by 129 crores from 95 to 224 crores, right? So out of that,
Sorry, can you speak loudly, please?
Is it good now? Hello?
Yeah.
So that plant and machinery figure went from 95 crores to 224 crores. So that's an increase of 129 crores, right? So I'm assuming out of that, 46 crores was the phase one capex. And you said that 40 crores were the R&D expenses. So my question was, what is the balance 43 crore figure? What does that account for?
Okay, Pranav, this would be a very nice questions, and we have our justifications over there also. That the total of the last 3 years and the 4 years, whatever we have been done, the capital expenditure towards the product development, as well as the backward integration, forward integration, plus finishing line and the other project also. So that can be accumulated capital expenditure can be done in a one part of time. Number two, there's a 48 crores of the project, which can be a part of the project of around 60 crores. And the remaining part, which can be for the solar and the R&D and the dies and developments, work rolls development, machines, and a number of SKUs we have been adding up for the fasteners, nut and bolt, and the clips. That all can be together, because without this, we have a 2,500 type of the SKUs, and right now we can be reached to 8,000 plus SKUs and 10,000 SKUs. So without the bolt nuts and the multiple of the bolt and nuts, this cannot be possible. So it can be done it. So once upon a time, this life can be longer. So it can be accumulated for the product range for the once upon a time, and the routine that can be routine R&Ds and the routine developments can be going on. So this could be a very clear identification over there. The remaining gap, which can be a planning out, which can be done from the internal accruals itself.
So that balance 43 crore you're saying is accumulated capex over the past few years.
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
And additionally, you said that R&D, you spend 40 crores on R&D. So that's almost 20% of your whole plant and machinery figures. So
Yeah.
for a
This
steel
R&D,
company to do 40 crores of R&D, that, like, what exactly is being done?
No. R&D,
That's
it is a
all.
part of the development of the product, the speed of the product, the speed of the increment of the technology of the product. इसके पीछे जो खर्चा होता है, जो डाइजन टूल्स का जो खर्चा रहता है, जो प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट के पीछे जो खर्चा होता है, उसके बाद में स्पीड इंक्रीज करने के लिए जो खर्चा होता है और अलग-अलग एसक्यूज बनाने के लिए जो खर्चा होता है, जो वंस अपॉन अ टाइम जो रहता है, जो भी प्रोडक्ट बनाते हैं, वो खर्चा 1 साल का नहीं है, पर 1, 2, 3 साल का एक्यूमुलेटेड कंबाइंड होकर वो उसमें आता है।
तो R&D figure, I mean, okay, ठीक है. And additionally, आपका tax rate, why is that so volatile over the past few quarters?
Sorry?
Your tax rate, why is that volatile over the past few quarters?
Volatile it means?
Like, sometimes you're giving like 9% tax rate, 17%.
Yeah. So it can be, we have been done into the solar energies. There is sometimes the depreciation could be coming up higher percentage, so tax percentage can be go down, okay? And sometimes it can be a cost of the project and the taxation part, जिसमें जो depreciation का जो point है, उसको लेकर चलता है. And there is a 3 to 5% of the tax reduction also there into the last 3 years of the time. जो 30% टैक्स था वो स्लैब 25% हो गया, 25% का, तो वो जो इफेक्ट है वही रहेगी सुनो बता आपका।
अच्छा, and one more question, like Q4 FY25, why was there no finance cost being paid?
Sorry?
Like almost, ये जो Q4 FY25 था,
Q4
आपका interest cost
FY24
25
मतलब लास्ट ईयर, ओके।
हाँ, Q4 का रिजल्ट, your finance cost is like काफी lower relatively, so why is that so?
बहुत लो था ऐसा कहना है?
हाँ जी,
नहीं, मैं आपका क्वेश्चन नहीं समझ पा रहा हूँ।
आपका Q4 FY25 में आपने फाइनेंस कॉस्ट काफी लोअर था compared to all the other quarters, so why is that so?
At this moment, I don't have a number in my hand right now, okay, but I can be just explain you in just a minute. The Q1 file, actual 24-25, the overall finance cost, it could be increased than 24. 24 में जो फाइनेंशियल कॉस्ट था उससे 25 में ज्यादा ही है, बिकॉज इन ओवरऑल द फाइनेंस कॉस्ट फॉर 23-24 whole year is at 12.8 crores, and in 24-25 it is a 16.67 crores. So overall it can be increased with the around 35% of the cost.
Okay, but Q4 में ऐसा क्या हुआ कि आपने only 32 lakh?
Honestly, the Q4 का एग्जैक्ट नंबर मेरे पास अभी हाथ में नहीं है, मतलब so I cannot be answer you right now. But the year on year अगर पूरा साल का देखते हैं तो which number I have in my hand right now, so I can be just tell you that the year the 23-24 is a 12 crores and on a entire year is 16 crores. So मुझे इसको particular quarters का देखना होगा।
Okay. And lastly, ये जो QIP you're planning, ये 211 crores वाला, so I heard the majority of that amount would be used for working capital and additionally जो आप capex करने वाले हो उसमें।
Yes. So इसके अंदर में ऐसा है कि कैपेक्स प्लान हमने इंटरनल एक्रूवल प्लस हमारे फंडिंग अरेंजमेंट के प्लान से कर लिया है, दैट कैन बी अ टाइप। तो अभी जो कैपेक्स करने के बाद में जो ग्रोथ होगा, जो 800 करोड़ का टॉप लाइन है उसको जो 1500-1600 करोड़ तक ले जाना है, उसके लिए जो रिक्वायरमेंट रहेगी वो वर्किंग कैपिटल की रहेगी और वर्किंग कैपिटल इंसेंटिव इंडस्ट्रीज रहती है। इसके लिए हम लोग को जो वर्किंग कैपिटल की जरूरत है वो हम लोग जो फंड QIP से रेज करेंगे, दैट कैन बी यूज फॉर द ग्रोथ ऑफ द कंपनी।
Alright, ठीक है, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Deepak Poddar from Sapphire Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm audible, sir.
Yes, yes, Deepak, please.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir, for this opportunity. So first up, just few clarification. Now, tax rate you mentioned it varies because of your investment in solar and all depreciation. So going forward, what sort of effective taxes one should consider?
टैक्स रेट वुड बी अ नॉर्मल, लेकिन कभी क्या होता है कि जो डेप्रिसिएशन का जो परसेंटेज है, लास्ट ईयर वी इन्वेस्ट फॉर द सोलर एनर्जी फॉर द 2 megawatts एंड द एनुअली टैक्स रेट वाज, हमने सितंबर के बाद किया था तो हमको डेप्रिसिएशन का एडवांटेज 20% हुआ था. दिस ईयर इट कैन बी 40% ऑफ डेप्रिसिएशन, तो उसकी वजह से वो इम्पैक्ट रहता है. एंड नॉर्मली द प्लांट एंड मशीनरीज के अंदर में जो डेप्रिसिएशन की कैलकुलेशन है वो रहती है. प्लस देयर इज जो टैक्स स्लैब्स है उसके अंदर में जो सिग्निफिकेंटली चेंजेस जो 2 साल पहले हुआ था, इसके लिए अगर आप कंपैरिजन करते हो तो वो थोड़ा सा माइनरली चेंज ओवर होता है, अदरवाइज इट कैन बी सेम.
अच्छा, at 25% would be a standard tax rate for us.
Yeah, 22 plus something.
22 plus. Okay, understood. And in terms of margins, you said next year 13.5% EBITDA margin. So this year, what sort of margin we are targeting? FY26?
FY26, we have been targeting for the 150 crore as a 1050 as a top line, with the EBITDA of 10.5% to 10.8% is a EBITDA margin, and there is around 6% plus is a PAT margin we have been targeting, and at this moment we have been reaching to the 5.6% of yearly, and the EBITDA with the 10.5%, and top line was in line of 550 crores. So it could look that we can be cross this 1100 crore as a top line, and EBITDA margin whatever we have been projected, we definitely reach over there, and PAT margin also we have been projection से कुछ बेहतरीन करने की कोशिश करेंगे.
Okay, so 1100 crores plus revenue and 6% plus PAT margin.
Exactly.
Okay, understood. And in terms of the shift in margin profile, I mean from 10.5 to 10.8%, you're talking about 13.5% for next year. So what will drive this margin improvement? I mean, what would be the margin levers we are looking at?
Sorry, can you repeat once again, because your voice is...
So from this year, FY26, of 10.5 to 10.8% EBITDA margin, you are talking about 13.5% kind of a margin next year, FY27. So this improvement, what will drive this improvement? What are the margin levers we are looking at? Yeah.
Great. There is we have been installing 4 megawatt of the solar plants, which can be help us in the next 2 years of the span. Which can be help us, which can help us to improve the EBITDA margin as well as to the PAT margin itself, because the power cost, which can be going to 90%, will be cut off after the 2 years. That can be help us, number one. Number two, the value-added products which we have been introducing right now in the last capex as well as to this capex, which can be converted into the revenue and the profitability in coming quarters and the coming years together. There is a high value-added products which have been introduced by a company, which can be changing over the drive for the company's EBITDA as well as the PAT margin. Equally, there is a tube products and the circlips and the sheet metal component, which have been also adding up the value-added products in a line together, which can be help us to improve our EBITDA as well as to the PAT margin. And parallelly, there is a depreciation part can be getting out, and the EBITDA margin can be improving significantly. So the roadmap would be very clear to reach to the 13.5, and this can be achievable. And you see that where the company can be at the 6-7%, that can be goes to the 10.5, and now next target would be in the next couple of years. Plus, very next year, we can be reached to the 13.5%. That is what the plan is.
Correct. And what would be the, I mean, currently you mentioned 8% value-added mix, revenue mix. So how, in 2 years, where you see yourself when value-added product, this mix can go
exactly. From 8%? That can be a consolidated, that value-added products which we have been introducing is the circlips and the fasteners, as well as to the electropolis pipes and tubes and sheet metal components. In 1,500 crore as a top line, we targeted that 200 crores of the business from the value-added products, which can be help us to that product margin line would be at 15 to 20% of the PAT. So it can be help us to improving the significant margin from 6% 6% to 8% or 8.5% very comfortably.
Okay. So out of 1,500 crores, around 200 crores would be value-added revenue mix.
Exactly.
Okay, okay.
And year on year, the total capacity what we have been going to utilize is 400 crores. But at this moment, for 2 years, we have been targeting for 200 crores for the value-added products revenue. And in years on years, it can be improving up to the 400 crores. So this can be significantly, you can see the transformation from EBITDA and the PAT to the company is a very significantly improved.
Okay. So over the years, value-added revenue can be 400 crores also.
Exactly. Exactly.
Can you throw some more light on your acquisition strategy? So how are we heading there?
Exactly. Yes. Company has been, at this moment, we have been into the organic growth, and we have been greenfield projects have been doing, and this last greenfield project we have been already been under process. Equally, company would be very focused to see the inorganic growth as well, where we can find the company, where we get the customer acquisitions, where the topmost clientele base can be, we can get it, the very smooth entry over there. Number two, the industry specific, we could be look forward for the aviation and automobile entry point over there. So we're looking forward for this also. And equally, the company is looking forward कि जिसका top line 600-800 करोड़ का हो और एक अच्छा gross margin company can be earning out and the profit making companies can be there तो उस acquisition को देखे. We could be in the last year we can be finding out of 1 or 2 companies where this kind of the similarities have been there. The working capital is not been required. Only the equity to buy the company to add the more customer acquisition, customer relationship, healthy technological advantages, know-how and the technocrafts and the talent management we can be higher up. So we can be one of the aviation industry के लिए आपने देखा है, automobiles के लिए देखा है, जहाँ पर direct Airbus, air militaries, Eurocopters, as well as in automobiles where Opel, Volkswagen, Mitsubishi, Sharp, this kind of the companies को सर्व करते हैं. तो ऐसी कंपनी को एक्विजिशन करने का प्लान है. हमने कुछ डायलॉग्स उनके साथ में किए हैं, but still it is under the progress of the discussion. Nothing will be coming out very right now. But कुछ developments चल रहे हैं और very soon if we can be getting something positive news to that, we definitely come across with all the investors and we are very keen about the acquisition strategy over there कि हमको एक अच्छा inorganic growth मिले जहाँ से talent, technology, skill and the customer का strength वो अगर अपने को मिलता है तो we can and similar kind of the product what we have been doing right now तो उसके लिए entry मिल जाएगी और customer का acquisition का process का भी get through clear हो जाए. So this is what looking forward it. We find out the companies, we are into the dialogues and very soon or very soonest you can get some news out of this also. But still it is too early to discuss about this.
Okay, okay, okay. And what can be the quantum size of this acquisition?
Size of this acquisition would be at nearby to the 150 crores and their top line would be at 600-700 crores and a good profit margin making company.
600, 700. And how will we fund this 150 crores? Is it through QIP? I mean, is that the plan?
Yeah. There is also a discussion that is right now. In a one shot, there is no discussion over there to be outflow of the entire amount. There is only the 51% acquisition done by right now, and the remaining would be from the earning out model. So whatever the company can be earned, and out of this we have to be paying out in the next 5 years. So only the 75 crore will be outflow, and we have internal approvals to the plan to meet out these requirements.
Understood. And just one last small thing. What would be our current order book size?
Yeah. So we have almost in the different kind of the range. We have a 3 to 4 months order books always in our hand. And right now also we have been booked with the 3 to 4 months of the orders. So we have been very much clear visualization of the quarter 3 to quarter 3 already cleared, visualized there. And 3 to 4 months order books हमारे पास में रहती है.
Okay. That's very helpful, sir. I mean, I would like to wish you all the very best. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Tanay Udeshi, who is an investor. Please go ahead.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for taking this question, and congratulations on a good set of numbers. I had a couple of questions. The first one is that you told that your sales projections are 1,500 to 1,800 crores, right? So what would be the share of products which would be leading to such high sales? That is the first one. Next one is that our export turnover has been significantly reduced in 24 and 25 from 2023. So what has been the impact of tariffs and what is the outlook going forward? The third question would be, what is the share of raw material scrap and acquisition of raw material? So these are the three questions I had.
Okay, great. So first of all, the 1,500 crores in the 2 years and the 3 years of the span is a 1,800 crores top line growth. That we have been doing continuously the CapEx, which can be help us to grow in this line. This year we targeted to cross to the 1,100 crores, nearby to 1,100 crores, or and then 1,050 plus 1,100 crores in between of this we have been projected, and we have been ahead on this line. The first half already completed 550, so half of the journey can be done. So this visualization will be very clear. About the next growth of 1,100 to 1,500 crores, that could be a very because of the CapEx have been going on. So this and the capacities can be adding up. This can be help us to reach to this level. So with this significant run rates, we have been moving ahead on this line. Number two, for the exports in 23-24, the exports can be reduced because of the domestic demand are been improving. Our washers are been mainly into the exports, but our quantum of the production, quantum of the volume, and quantum of the production will not be going any down. But here in domestic in India, that the demand was fantastically improving. There is a lot of sectors are being opened up for us. That is also the new market for us. So there is no any change over it in any kind of the product mix. Just the market can be changed, otherwise nothing. And you can see the outlook into the next 2 or 3 years. Again, the exports have been improving and the domestic market also can be improving. So we have capacity also increasing. So we can be substitutely equally sharing our products to both the categories over there. Number 3, about the raw material acquisition of the scrap, that can be 50% from the domestic and almost remaining the 50% imports can be there. There is a huge quantities are being available for the scrap. So for the raw material acquisition is not been a challenging of at all. This could be a hardly 0.01% we can be buy it out, whatever the capacities are been available. So it could not be any kind of the any challenges looking forward for the raw material sourcing or the scrap sourcing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Just one follow-up question. The first question I asked from the growth to about 1,500 crores. So what category would be leading it? So washers में ज़्यादा sales आएगा, hooks में या फिर
No, there is a clips, fasteners, tubes, and the sheet metal components which can be going up the increasing the capacities. What the capex we have been going to execute right now, that sales can be converted into these numbers. Finishing line, we have a 10% of the capacity is available to utilize it, so we can utilize these numbers. But the majority would be coming from the fasteners, tubes, and the sheet metal component and clips.
Okay. Thank you so much for taking these questions, and thank you so much for hosting this Concall. We would be grateful if you could do an investor presentation also along with the numbers, if possible, from the next quarter.
Sure. We can be incorporate the investor presentations. It is into our mind, and from the quarter onwards, we can be definitely look forward to this.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Bharat Agarwal, who is an investor. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, I have 2 questions. First is around the phase 1 capex. What is like you mentioned that you will be running the phase 1 capex at 60% capacity in FY26. Is this understanding correct?
Yeah. So any of the CapEx for the first year, it can be projected for 50% of utilization, with targeted to 50%, and end of the year, 50-55% can be utilized. And very next year, it can be reached to the 80-85%. That can be, in engineering, would be 100%.
Understood. And 80-85% capacity, what will be the revenue expectation from this phase one CapEx of around 45 crores?
Yeah, that can be expected of with the capacity of 80-85%. They have been expecting 180 crores to 200 crores of the revenue would be expected from 40-45 crore of the CapEx.
Understood. And sir, this, you mentioned that this will have a PAT margin of around 15%. So it is a PAT margin of 15% or a EBITDA margin of 15%, this phase one CapEx?
No, the phase one CapEx, the 51% nahi hai. I just tell that 15-20% की जो value-added products हैं, जो हम लोगों ने introduce किया है, that is a clips which can be generated 20-25% of the business margin, PAT margin over there. Fasteners which can be generated 15-18% of the margins. Electropolished tips and the semi-polished tips which can be generated 12-15% of margins. So average out would be 15-20% of the products, value-added products can be introduced in this CapEx as well as the phase two CapEx in the coming years. जिसका टोटल रेवेन्यू दोनों कैपेक्स का 400 करोड़ होना चाहिए, जिसमें से 200 करोड़ का रेवेन्यू 1500 करोड़ की टॉप लाइन करेंगे, तक आएगा. इससे हमारा जो प्रॉफिट मार्जिन है, जो अभी 5.5-6% है, which can be come to the 8.5% market.
ठीक है, समझ गया सर. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Harshil Mehta from Mehta Vakil and Company. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for taking my question. So you spoke about the copper clad laminates CapEx. Can you share some more details about that? What the market scenario is like, what our right to win is, who our competitors are, etc.?
Sure. So it would be a very much noticed point by you, and I would appreciate that should we take up this note very, very precisely. Number one. Number two, the copper clad laminates is a very energetic process and first mover advantage to the Ratnaveer. At this moment, the copper clad laminates is 100% imports doing, and we are the first company who have been going to set up the plant in India as well. So this could be a basic raw material for any kind of the PCB company. So who are making the circuit board? They require the raw material as a copper clad laminates. So for the all kind of the AI, automobiles, mobiles, as well as the chips, semicons, wherever the PCB can be used, wherever the circuit board can be used for any kind of the devices of the electronics, electricals, wherever, so the copper clad can be required. So this is on the big and the very large number of the market over there. We have been working with sincerely on the 2 years on this project, and we come to the conclusion onto this last 1.5 months ago. And 2 months before, only there is a 1 or 2 or 3 people have been announcement which can be look forward. कि हम लोग Wipro भी आ रहा है, Syrma भी आ रहा है, और Amber Enterprise also been coming up. So we are also one of them to set up these facilities, and the numbers from the first capex would be at 45 crores, and the numbers of 108 crore is a revenue, 20% is a EBITDA, and the 12% is a PAT. This could be expected numbers from this line, and it can be a changing curve to the company into the part of the futuristic and very aggressive in the bullish market over there, and a huge demand over there. In India and in Gujarat, there is a 10-12% of the PCB market, PCB manufacturers are there, and we are just producing for the 1% of the total capacity of the Indian consumption. So this is what the starting of this first line, and we have a plan for 5 lines to install in the next 3 years. So one by one, we can be establish this project, and we have been moving ahead to this line. So in the next 2 years, you can see the significant step ahead and the move ahead, and very strategically we have been moving with this line. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Ankur Agarwal from RC Business House Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Hello.
You are audible.
Yeah, yeah. I think the management is so much confident for their future. So after QIP, management control in the company is somewhere to add, or it will be less from here?
I could not be get through your question, please.
बॉस, आप जो कॉन्फिडेंस आपका कंपनी के अंदर आ रहा है, तो QIP के बाद अभी आप 50% होल्डिंग पे हो प्रमोटर, तो प्रमोटर का स्टेक बढ़ेगा या कम होगा?
नहीं, प्रमोटर का हमारा ऑलरेडी वारंट इश्यू किया हुआ है, जिसका वारंट्स मार्च 26 में ड्यू है, तो वो ऐड होने से हमारा स्टेक 54-55 हो जाएगा। और अगर QIP करने के बाद हम लोग एक वारंट प्रमोटर की तरफ से और इन्फ्यूजन करेंगे, जिससे हमारी इक्विटी डाइल्यूट बहुत ज्यादा नहीं होगी और हमारा स्टेक इंटैक्ट रहेगा। समझो
समवेयर इन 50% पे।
या बिल्कुल।
QIP अमाउंट है कितना, जितना जो हम लेना चाह रहे हैं मार्केट से?
अप टू 200 करोड़।
200 crore. That means 800 crore is today capitalization, which is 25% of the today's market capitalization.
Right.
Okay. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Rajneesh Bahel from Sparsha Financial Advisors. Please go ahead.
Yes, Vijay, namaskar. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah. Vijay, first of all, I want to understand that what is our recycling capacity. Are we able to do the raw material from our in-house recycling capacity, or do we need to buy from the market also?
नहीं सर, आपका वॉइस थोड़ा ठीक से नहीं आया सर। प्लीज कैन यू रिपीट मी?
हाँ जी, अभी सुनाई दे रहा है?
थोड़ा इको आ रहा है सर, प्लीज।
अभी सुनाई दे रहा है सर?
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, बढ़िया।
सर, नंबर 1 कि हमारी रिसाइकलिंग कैपेसिटी क्या है, उससे हमारा पूरा रॉ मटेरियल।
हेलो
Sir, did you get the question?
नहीं सर, वो बीच में कॉल ही ब्रेक, मतलब वॉइस बंद हो गया था।
Rajneesh sir, are you using a speakerphone?
No. Question is that what is our recycling capacity, and are we able to meet all of our raw material requirement from our in-house recycling capacity, or do we need to buy out from the market?
What restructuring?
रिसाइकलिंग कैपेसिटी सर, जो हम लोग स्क्रैप से रिसाइकल करके स्टील बनाते हैं, वो हमारी कैपेसिटी के लिए पूरा फुलफिल करता है कि हमको बाहर से भी माल खरीदना पड़ता है?
ओके, आई गॉट इट। नंबर 1। नंबर 2?
नंबर 2 सर, देयर आर सम export incentives lying in our balance sheet. In 24 it was around 142 million, and this year it is around 166 million. Why there is delay in receiving export incentives?
Okay.
And number 3 sir, when I see your gross block is something around 200 crores now, and your asset turnover ratio turns out to be around 4 to 5x, like you are doing a turnover of 1,000 crores. And now you are just doing a capex of say 100 crores now. And looking at your commentary, I can see that you are doing the asset turnover of 2x only. So how can you achieve the target of 1,800 crores in coming 2 years?
Okay. So first of all, जो आपका क्वेश्चन है, okay, about the recycling, okay, तो रिसाइकलिंग के लिए जो हमारे पास में जो कैपेसिटी है, उतना हम लोग रिसाइकलिंग करते हैं। जो वॉशेस मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के लिए पाटा की जरूरत पड़ती है, कॉइल की जरूरत पड़ती है, उसका रिसाइकलिंग होता है। एंड रिसाइकलिंग के बाद का जो बेसिक रॉ मटेरियल है, वो रिसाइकलिंग के बाद बेसिक रॉ मटेरियल हमारा कन्वे करके क्वाइल्स बन के उसका प्रोडक्ट बनता है। और पार्शियली जो है वो हम लोग को जैसे जरूरत होती है और जिस प्रकार की रॉ मटेरियल की जरूरत होती है, जो हम लोग बैकवर्ड इंटीग्रेशन नहीं बनाते, हम लोग बाहर से परचेस करते हैं। दैट इज द फर्स्ट पॉइंट। नंबर 2, अबाउट द एक्सपोर्ट इंसेंटिव्स. There is a lot of many kind of the incentives are there for the GST refund and all of things which can be into the process to get it back into the from the government side. तो जो वो पहले डिले हो रहा था उसको एडवांस लाइसेंस में ड्यूटी कंपनसेशन करके लेना होता है, इसके लिए उसमें टाइम लगता है। सो वो एक 1 by 1 करके आता है, दैट कुड बी अ प्रोसीजर्स। नंबर 3, अबाउट द 1500 करोड़ टू 1800 करोड़, और आपका जो कहना है कि एसेट टर्नओवर रेशियो, तो हमारा टोटल कैपेक्स लगने के बाद में अभी हमारा 4 to 5 टाइम्स है। जो कैपेक्स पूरा लगने के बाद में पूरा यूटिलाइजेशन हो जाएगा, तब हमारा जो टॉप लाइन है वो 1800 करोड़ की होगी। और 1800 करोड़ के सामने अगर हमारा 300-350 करोड़ का ग्रॉस ब्लॉक रहेगा तो भी वो 4 to 5 टाइम्स एसेट टर्नओवर में ही कंसिडर होगा। और उसके साथ में जो वैल्यू एडेड प्रोडक्ट्स ऐड हो रही है, जो कंपनी का 5-6% का प्रॉफिट है, जिसको 8-8.5% तक ले जाएंगे, तो ऑटोमेटिकली द एसेट टर्नओवर रेशियो के अलावा द प्रॉफिट ऑफ द पैट एंड द एबिटा कैन बी इम्प्रूव्ड।
ठीक है सर, थैंक यू फॉर योर आंसर। बट सर, लेकिन आपका अभी 350 करोड़ पे होगा। अभी आपने बोला कि जो हमारा 60 करोड़ का कैपेक्स हो रहा है उसके केस में 150 करोड़ का टर्नओवर होगा, दैट इज ओनली 2.5x। सो हाउ विल यू एबल टू अचीव 1800 करोड़ टॉप लाइन?
नहीं सर, उसमें ऐसा बोला कि 150 करोड़ खाली वैल्यू एडेड प्रोडक्ट्स होगी। ओके, जो वैल्यू एडिशन एक्स्ट्रा जनरेट करती है। टोटल कैपेक्स 400 करोड़ से प्लस होगा, समझो टोटल रेवेन्यू 400 करोड़ प्लस होगा, लेकिन उसमें मार्जिन अलग अलग है। तो जो मार्जिन वैल्यू एडेड और वैल्यू इंजीनियरिंग प्रोडक्ट है, जहाँ 15 से 20%, 20 से 25% के प्रोडक्ट है, हम लोग उसके लिए बात कर रहे थे कि कैसे आपका प्रॉफिट बढ़ेगा। उनका क्वेश्चन ये था कि हाउ दिस कैन बी 6% to 8.5%। उसके लिए हमने कहा कि वो 150 करोड़ का रेवेन्यू ऐड होगा, पर 150 करोड़ का रेवेन्यू ऑन द 50% ऑफ द कैपेसिटी। अगर वो 80-85% होगा तो वो 200-250 करोड़ का रेवेन्यू होगा। समझो 68 करोड़ का कैपेक्स करेंगे, वापस 200 से 250 करोड़ का रेवेन्यू ऐड होगा। इस तरीके से जो 1100 करोड़ का टॉप लाइन है वो 1500 तक पहुंचेगा, 1500 का टॉप लाइन 1800 तक पहुंचेगा सर।
ओके जी। और सेकंड थिंग सर, जो आप ये QIP कर रहे हैं 200 करोड़ का, तो आपका तो अल्टीमेटली आपका जो प्रीवियस पार्टिसिपेंट का क्वेश्चन था, अल्टीमेटली आपका तो होल्डिंग 50% के नीचे आ जाएगा।
सर, मैंने ये कहा कि हम लोग इक्वली उसके साथ में वारंट भी इश्यू कर रहे हैं, जिससे हमारा इक्विटी वैल्यूएशन नहीं होगा। और पिछला जो वारंट हमने इश्यू किया हुआ है उसका 4% हमारी इक्विटी बढ़ेगी, तो अभी हमारी 54 होगी। और अगर उसके बाद में नए वारंट इश्यू करेंगे तो 50 से नीचे नहीं जाएगा।
ओके, क्योंकि आपका इक्विटी बढ़ता है सर। जो वारंट आपने इशू किया 20 लाख का वारंट आपने इशू किया है, ऑलमोस्ट 20 लाख शेयर्स का वारंट इशू किया आपने, तो अभी आप उसके बाद आपका 53 का 54 हो जाएगा। बट ये जब 25% नीचे जाएगा आपका, तो आपको उतना वारंट ऑलमोस्ट 25% कंपनी का इक्विटी तो बहुत डाइल्यूट हो जाएगा।
नहीं, वो डाइल्यूट नहीं होगा ना, क्योंकि हमारा 54 जो होगा, अगर हम लोग 200 करोड़ का वारंट करते हैं तो मेरा 8% डाइल्यूट होगा। तो हम लोग इक्वली वापस नया वारंट भी, प्रमोटर भी अंदर पैसा नया डाल रहा है, जिससे कंपनी का कैपेक्स भी होगा, ग्रोथ भी होगा, CCL के प्रोजेक्ट भी आ रहा है।
सर, लेकिन अगर आपके पास पैसा हाई है तो वाई आर गोइंग फॉर QIP? आप अपना वर्किंग कैपिटल का बैंक से लाइन्स क्यों नहीं लेता है? वाई यू वांट टू डू फॉर QIP? लास्ट टाइम भी आपने QIP का प्रपोजल किया था लास्ट ईयर भी, बस फिर बाद में विड्रॉ कर लिया था। देन वाई when you can have the lines from the credit line from the bank, why you want to go for the QIP if you have the funds?
सर, उसके अंदर में ऐसा है कि एक कैपिटल मार्केट के लिए एक कॉन्फिडेंस रहता है, कैपिटल मार्केट का फाइनेंस की कॉस्ट भी रहती है। नंबर 2, अगर हम कैपिटल मार्केट में अवेलेबल है, हमें कैपिटल मार्केट के अगर इंस्टीट्यूशन अच्छे हमारे साथ में जुड़ते हैं तो हमारा कॉन्फिडेंस भी अच्छा रहता है, इंस्टीट्यूशन का कॉन्फिडेंस भी अच्छा रहता है। ये लेवल पर लेकर अगर कंपनी को आगे लेके जाते हैं तो हमारा ग्रोथ बढ़ता है। ये तो ऐसा होता है कि 2 साल पहले भी अगर हम लोग बैंक से फंड ले लेते हैं तो शायद हमको कैपिटल मार्केट में आने की जरूरत भी नहीं होती। तो दिस इज नॉट बीन अ पार्ट ऑफ द पॉइंट, बट इम्पोर्टेंट इज कि कंपनी ग्रो कर रही है, साथ में सब लोग मिलकर ग्रो कर रहे हैं, और कंपनी में प्रमोटर भी इन्फ्यूज कर रहा है फंड, और कंपनी को भी आगे लेके जा रहे हैं। सीधा मतलब, तो दिस इज द वे हाउ द कंपनी कैन बी इनऑर्गेनिक एंड ऑर्गेनिकली ग्रोइंग।
चलो सर, बेस्ट ऑफ लक फॉर योर फ्यूचर एंडेवर्स।
थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू।
Thank you. Our next follow-up question comes from the line of Sahil Patani from Stokes Capital. Please go ahead.
Yes. Thank you. Wanted to understand, given the stainless steel price volatility, to what extent are we able to pass on the raw material price changes to our customers?
Okay. Dear, we have a fixed price orders. So normally the back-to-back order bookings can be done. For the 80% of the orders are being covered up with the back-to-back order positions. So there is no, in case of the price falling down, we not gain the any kind of the extra advantages or the extra disadvantages. मतलब कुछ फायदा भी हो जाएगा, कुछ नुकसान भी हो जाएगा, ऐसा नहीं है. This could be a fixed order for the purchases of the raw material and fixed sale price can be done. So back to back, this can be covered up with the 80-85% of the orders are being covered with this strategy. So there is no much more fluctuations of extra advantage or extra disadvantage to the company.
Okay. Okay, yeah. That's my only follow-up question. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Saumil Shah from Paras Investments. Please go ahead.
Yes, good evening. So this 1,500 crore what we are guiding for next year and 1,800 for FY28, this is organic growth or you are considering even the acquisition?
No. We have not been considered any kind of the acquisition up to the 1,800 crore of the top line. This could be both the greenfield projects can be covered up and in a 2 years of the span, we can be this year we targeted for the 1,050 and 1,100 crore as a revenue. In next year is a 1,500 and the very next year it can be 1,800 crores. So this can be our greenfield projects which are been planning out for this month itself. So वही revenue से हम लोग grow करेंगे. There is no any acquisition, consolidation would be adding up to the 1,800 crore as a top line.
Okay. And this 1,500 crore what we are guiding for next year, that is with 13.5% EBITDA margin. Is it correct?
Exactly, yes.
Okay. And sir, I think to the previous participant, you also said some acquisition, 51% will be acquiring 600-700 crore revenue and all that.
नहीं, वो उनका क्वेश्चन था कि क्या आप कुछ एक्विजिशंस की तरफ भी देख रहे हैं? तो हम लोग इस एक्विजिशन की तरफ देख रहे हैं. It's too early to discuss and disclose in a detail about this right now. Because of this, this is undergoing discussions. So there is no point of time right now to discuss on the acquisition. But yes, up to the 1,800 crores, there is a top lines, revenues, EBITDA, PAT are been very clear. Journey and path are been very, very confident and clear. And in the next 3 years of the span, we can achieve this. That roadmap can be clear, product can be clear, and market has been available.
So basically, whatever the acquisition will be, that will be over and above this revenue what we are guiding, 1,500.
Exactly, sir. You are very, very correct.
Yeah. And do we understand that this acquisition will be post FY28 or it can be within next 1 year also?
Honestly speaking, there is a lot of dialogues are going on, but this is moving ahead. But when it can be a closer and in the both of the interest, it could be speaking. It's too early right now, but we're trying our level best to do the best from our end.
Okay. And just final question, this QIP and private placement, what we were saying, so that will be also preference shares for the existing shareholders or only for promoters and institutional investors?
No. There is a QIP is for the institution only or for the AIF office only, and the warrants are been only for the promoters, which can be part of the not equity dilutions, and we're planning for the CCL project and everything. So this can be helping us to growing up on this line.
Okay, so we are not planning for any preference for shareholders?
No, not right now.
Okay, fine. That's it from my side. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next follow-up question comes from the line of Deepak Kushwani from Swan Investment. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you for the follow-up opportunity. Vijay ji, just wanted to confirm, जैसे आपने काफी encouraging commentary दिया guidance side में कि we are looking out to double up our revenue over the next 2 years. तो एक बार थोड़ा सा उससे related sense दे सकते हैं कि how has been our interaction with the clients या business development साइड में क्या एक्टिविटी हो रही है which is giving us a confidence कि these numbers are achievable. Order book साइड में plus client के साथ में dialogues कैसे चल रहे हैं for the new capacity. At the same time जो value added product के बारे में जैसे आपने बताया उससे रिलेटेड अगर थोड़ा बता सकते हैं कि वेदर इट इज एग्जिस्टिंग क्लाइंट जिनके पास ये हम लोग पिच कर रहे हैं प्रोडक्ट्स या दैट इज गोइंग टू बी द कंप्लीट सेट ऑफ क्लाइंट्स और वहाँ पे बिजनेस डेवलपमेंट साइड में हम लोग क्या एक्टिविटी कर रहे हैं या क्या इनिशिएटिव ले रहे हैं विच इज गिविंग अस द कॉन्फिडेंस के दिस इज अ जर्नी विच वी वुड बी लुकिंग आउट ओवर द नेक्स्ट 2 years.
Okay. Yes, Deepak bhai, there is a number of things are being going on before any kind of the capex is being done by a company or the numbers can be planned. So business development is a key activities which company has been doing regularly, and it would be a routine practice over there. Number one, for the fastener business, for washers, clips, bolts, and value-added products over there, the company has been establishing more than 25 years plus. We have been serving for the washers is a major product, and for the washer, for the fasteners, we are just serving to the 2% or 3% of the market share. So there is a lot of humans possibilities of the business growing are been there. So and we have been doing first phase. We have been starting up the sales and revenue over there, and we can be step by step the dialogues. Development of the customers are been in line with our entire team. The exhibitions, roadshow, magazines, and many of them for the branding of the products are being going on the simultaneous activities over there. Number two, for the tubes and pipes and the electroplate pipes, is a very huge and the big market over there. So उसके अंदर में भी हम लोग ने partially 5 साल से एंट्री लिया है और हम लोग धीरे धीरे करते करते उसके अंदर में ग्रो कर रहे हैं. The approvals, registration, certification, which can be helping us to add the more value into the product. बट अभी जो रूटीन प्रोडक्शन है और चीजें हैं वो आराम से चल रही है. सो अबाउट द करंट बिजनेस प्रोफाइल जो हम लोग कर रहे हैं और करने के लिए जा रहे हैं और 1800 करोड़ तक का जो टॉप लाइन का जर्नी है वहां पे हम लोग को बिजनेस पर्सपेक्टिव, डिमांड पर्सपेक्टिव, कस्टमर पर्सपेक्टिव से कोई भी गैप नहीं लग रहा है. लेकिन जैसे जैसे हमको उसके अंदर में वैल्यू एडिशन ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट करना है वहां पे कुछ चैलेंजेस आती जाएगी. For the approvals, for the product approvals, for the critical applications, for the quality of the product of the critical applications. That is a ongoing journey where we can be start with the simple product to complexity of the product की जो journey है वो in between रहेगा. जैसे जैसे हम complex product बनाते जाएंगे वैसे वैसे value addition बढ़ता जाता है. So that's why this is the ongoing journey over there. And business development activities बहुत simultaneously on the key ground of its activities with our highest talented team members are in there who are been handling the activities very very soundly और हम लोग अभी उसको लेके चल रहे हैं.
ओके एंड सर फाइनली इसमें अभी हमारा एक्सपोर्ट साइड ऑफ द बिजनेस में कितना कंट्रीब्यूशन है और आगे चल के उसको कैसे आप कैसे प्लान कर रहे हैं या कैसे देख रहे हैं कि शेप आउट होगा और उस साइड में हमारे क्या इनिशिएटिव रहेंगे टू इंक्रीज दैट एक्सपोर्ट कंपोनेंट.
एक्सपोर्ट के अंदर में हम लोग इसमें ट्यूब्स पाइप, फास्टनर्स, क्लिप्स के अंदर में एक्सपोर्ट्स देख रहे हैं और हम लोग डोमेस्टिक में भी इसकी डिमांड बहुत ज्यादा इम्प्रूव्ड हुई है. जिस तरीके से बुलेट ट्रेन्स, द हाई स्पीड ट्रेन्स, टेक्नोलॉजिकल एडवांटेजेस. नंबर 2 अबाउट द मेट्रो ट्रेन्स एंड ऑटोमोबाइल्स. सोलर के अंदर में जो यूटिलाइजेशन है वो सब बहुत बढ़ रहा है. अकॉर्डिंगली डोमेस्टिक डिमांड भी उतनी है लेकिन साइमल्टेनियसली द एक्सपोर्ट्स वाज वेरी वेरी बिग डिमांड ओवर दैट. तो हम लोग ये देख रहे हैं कि जैसे जैसे कैपेसिटी में जहां से हाईएस्ट प्रोडक्ट का मार्जिन अवेलेबल होता है वहां पर हम लोग सिग्निफिकेंटली इंप्रूव करेंगे. वी हैव अ वेरी स्ट्रांग प्रेजेंस इन एक्सपोर्ट इटसेल्फ फॉर द लास्ट 20 years प्लस इन फास्टनर्स. फॉर ट्यूब्स के लिए वी आर बीन आल्सो अटेंडिंग द लास्ट वीक द ब्राजील एग्जीबिशन फॉर द ट्यूबोटेक एंड दिस मंथ वी हैव वन एग्जीबिशन इन द यूरोप इटसेल्फ फॉर द नेदरलैंड फॉर द मेस्ट्रिच. There is a stainless world over there. So this is the promotion and the exhibitions are been helping us to developing the more relationship with the customers. And हम लोग वो business expansion को लेके चल रहे हैं. Parallelly, the export overall consolidation के अंदर में at least it can be maintained with the 15 to 20% का contribution maintain करेगा ऐसा हमारा estimation है.
Okay. Okay. Thank you and wish you all the best, Vijay bhai.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Bharat Gupta from Fair Value Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. I hope I'm audible. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. Vijay ji, एक पहला सवाल है कि the way you have explained with respect to CCL, so currently we are doing 45 odd crore CapEx under the phase one. I think that is with respect to the installation of a single line, right? Or it is a cumulative figure which we have put in for the 5 lines in totality.
True. नहीं,
Pardon?
ये एक लाइन का 45 करोड़ है। अब 5 लाइन अगर आने वाले 3 से 4 साल के अंदर में अगर हम लोग इंस्टॉल करते हैं तो इट कैन बी मल्टीप्लाई, नॉट एग्जैक्टली द मल्टीप्लाई बाय 45 बट नियर बाय टू दिस फिगर।
Right. In totality, मतलब एक तरीके से asset turn is somewhat close to 3 times. So going forward, when we look at this figure, it can be a 500 crore number going forward in 3 years.
True. Very, very true.
Yeah. Right. And sir, with respect to margins, so how are we placed in margins for this particular segment?
For CCL, there is I just told you about this in a one line, there is a 20% EBITDA and the 12% is a PAT margin over there. In spite of this, there is a lot of subsidiaries, lot of government incentives are also there, which we have not been counted over there. That is why it could be a very aggressive and very aggressive move by the company, and it can be changing over in the transformation to the company's shape and on the image over there.
And sir, we'll be starting off with the production by when, with respect to CCL?
By September 26.
So, BIS implementation is going to happen over there, with respect to CCL?
Yeah. Yes, we targeted to implementation can be completed by July and trial run production for the 60 days, and by September we can be ready for the sales. This is what the projection estimation right now.
Right. Right, sir. And so with respect to demand levers, like you mentioned with respect to railways, a good domestic demand is coming in place for us. So, X of railways, X of solar, is there any other segment where you see a good traction of demand coming in place?
Oh, it could be automobiles, the small transportation from two-wheelers to four-wheelers and the larger vehicles. Number 2, the railways. Number 3, the marine industry. Number 4 is aviation. Number 4 is defense. Equally, all the engineering, ABC sectors, FMCG, as well as to the pharmaceutical plants where the nut, bolt, washers can be used, the fasteners are being applied. Number 2, the tubes and pipes ke liye, the sugar, refineries, the projects and the pharmaceuticals, dairy products, all have been there.
Right. So in your corporate presentation also, sir, you linked mix is likely to change, which will be in favor of from our current contribution of 5% from SSU, it will be somewhere close to 21 odd %, right?
Sure, sir.
Right. So going forward, like the way you have mentioned that EBITDA as a percentage will be somewhat close to 13 odd % going forward, I think probably next year. With respect to EBITDA per ton, where we stand at somewhere close to 25,000. So is it fair that going forward, the EBITDA per ton will be somewhat greater than 30-odd thousand?
Not 31,000, but it could be nearby to the 28,000 ton in 2 years of the span. And very next year, when the quantities of the value additions products can be increasing in an increasing trend of the fully utilization capacities, it can be definitely cross to the 30 plus.
So it will take near about 2 years to reach out to the figure.
Yeah.
And sir, just lastly, with respect to the capital infusion by the promoters, I think going by the way you were explaining, so somewhat around 100 to 120 odd crores capital infusion will be there by the promoters, just to maintain on the equity, which we currently have over 50%.
Sorry, Vincent, can you repeat me, please?
Yes, sir. I was just saying, with respect to the capital infusion, which would be there by the promoters through warrants. So, without diluting, I think, 120 odd crores will be put in by the promoters just to maintain on the equity. Is my assumption clear?
No. We have been, if we can do the QIP, then our equities can be diluted. So not to dilute this, there could be a plan that we can do the warrants, which the funds can be infused in the coming 18 months, and immediately and upfront, we have to be infused at 25%, but our equity can be maintained. That is what the idea behind into this.
राइट सर. सो जस्ट जो इक्विटी परसेंटेज हमारा अभी 50 के ऊपर है, उसको मेंटेन करने के लिए आई थिंक जो भी वारंट्स के थ्रू भी हम अपनी इक्विटी रेज भी करेंगे गोइंग फॉरवर्ड. सो क्यूमुलेटिव अमाउंट बाय द प्रमोटर्स वुड बी समवॉट क्लोज टू 100 odd crores, 100 to 120 odd crores.
या 100 से थोड़ा कम हो रहा है, बिकॉज हमारा 4% का वारंट पहले हमने किया हुआ है लास्ट ईयर, वो अभी कन्वर्ट होना बाकी है. तो अभी रिमेनिंग 4% का बाकी रहेगा, तो इट कैन बी नियर बाय टू कमिंग टू 70 to 80 crores और नियर बाय टू दिस एग्जैक्ट फिगर हमें वो वर्कआउट करना होगा.
Right. And that will be just after the QIP itself, where we'll be infusing.
Exactly.
Right. Right. That's it from my side. Wish you good luck.
Thank you. Our next follow-up question comes from the line of Tanay Udeshi, who is an investor. Please go ahead.
हेलो सर, जस्ट एक फॉलोअप क्वेश्चन था. आपने कहा कि वारंट्स ऑलरेडी इश्यू हो गए हैं, राइट? सो फिर बेसिक और डाइल्यूटेड ईपीएस सेम कैसे है? वो मेरा क्वेश्चन था एक. और दूसरा था कि अगर हमारा कॉस्ट ऑफ बोरोइंग जो बैंक से है, एनुअल रिपोर्ट से वी आर गेटिंग लोन्स इन द रेंज ऑफ 8.9% टू से 9.1% यूको बैंक, एचडीएफसी बैंक से. तो फिर हमारा जो मार्केट से कॉस्ट ऑफ इक्विटी है वो काफी ज्यादा रहेगा ना. तो फिर वो हम मार्केट से क्यों बोरो कर रहे हैं और हम डेट क्यों नहीं ले रहे हैं? Which was a similar question.
इसके अंदर में ऐसा है कि हमारा लास्ट ईयर जब हमने प्रेफरेंस किया था, तब हम लोगों ने 4% के आसपास हमने वारंट इश्यू किए थे, जिसका ड्यू डेट मार्च 26 है, और हमारा 25% अमाउंट आ गया है. रिमेनिंग 75% का मार्च 26 तक आ जाएगा. तो हमारा जो भी 50 प्लस समथिंग कुछ है, दैट कैन बी गोज टू द 54 अप्रोक्सीमेटली. ओके. और अभी अगर हम नया क्यूआईपी करते हैं तो हमारा कुछ 6 to 7% का डाइल्यूशन होगा, तो 4% ऐड हो जाएगा, तो एडिशनली 2-3% ही डाइल्यूट होगा और हमारा ये पर्पज रिजॉल्व हो जाएगा. नंबर 1. नंबर 2, अगर हम ये फंड इन्फ्यूज करते हैं तो आगे आने वाले समय के अंदर में सीसीएल के प्रोजेक्ट्स करने हैं, मल्टीपल लाइन्स करनी है, और नया फंड अगर इन्फ्यूज करेंगे तो हमारा भी स्टेक इंटैक्ट रहेगा. कंपनी ग्रो कर रही है तो उसके साथ में हम लोग आगे बढ़ सकते हैं. एंड वी कैन ऑल्सो अट्रैक्ट टू द गुड इन्वेस्टर्स, गुड इंस्टीट्यूशंस टू द कंपनी. नंबर 2. नंबर 3, अगर बैंकिंग से बोरोइंग लेते हैं तो बैंकिंग बोरोइंग्स में सिर्फ इंटरेस्ट रेट नहीं होता है. देयर इज अ मोर्गेज फैसिलिटीज, 30%, 35% of the collateral securities, cost of the stamp duty, costing of the funds also infused रहता है. तो हमारा पर्पज ये है कि अगर हम कैपिटल मार्केट से अगर फंड लेते हैं, दैट कैन बी यूजफुल फंड फॉर अ कंपनी टू द वर्किंग कैपिटल इन द ग्रोथ. तो वो ग्रोथ के अंदर में इंस्टीट्यूशन भी जुड़ती है, लंबे इन्वेस्टर भी जुड़ते हैं, और लॉन्ग टर्म में हम सबको, मतलब इन्वेस्टर से लगा के हम सब लोग को उसका एडवांटेज मिलता है जो बैंकिंग एडवांटेज को नहीं देना चाहिए. That is what the thought process behind into this, and that's why we are going to do the QIP.
राइट. ओके. जस्ट वो पहले क्वेश्चन में जो हमारा प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस स्टेटमेंट होता है, उसमें बेसिक ईपीएस होता है और डाइल्यूटेड ईपीएस होता है, जिसके अंदर हमारे जितने भी डाइल्यूटिव सिक्योरिटीज जो अगर हम रिडीम कर सकते हैं तो वो भी इंक्लूडेड होता है. तो जो करंट बेसिक एंड डाइल्यूटेड दोनों 9.31 कहते हैं, वो मेरा क्वेश्चन था.
हाँ, पर उसके अंदर में जब वारंट कम्प्लीटली फुल्ली सब्सक्राइब होते हैं उसके बाद ही उसकी इफेक्ट आती है. अभी वारंट का 25% ही अमाउंट आया था, 75% बाकी है. तो जैसे 75% अभी हम लोग फरवरी मार्च में कंपनी में इन्फ्यूज करेंगे, उस समय पर ईपीएस वगैरह चेंज होगा. मतलब आप बोलो.
ओके. गॉट इट. थैंक यू.
Thank you. As there are no further questions, I would now like to hand the conference over to Mr. Vijay Sanghvi for closing comments.
Okay. Thank you so much, the investor, for the nice and the wonderful and the interaction and the learning questions, suggestions and recommendations. I am very much grateful to the systematics groups, especially to the Moksha and the entire team to conduct this call and helping us to be interact with the investors. I herewith pleasure and grateful and thankful that we can, as a board of the management and the top management of the company, we can be intact to the confidence, faith and the commitment towards the investment as well as to the growth of the company. I herewith, from the behalf of the entire team of the Ratnaveer, starting from peon to the top management, we are committed and we have been committed towards our growth, and our commitments of the growth would be very sincere and very commendable. I see that we can see that in very shortest time, whatever that we speak, whatever we thought, whatever we admire to make the company, we can be do very sincerely, and which can be converted into numbers. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your wonderful interaction, and thank you so much for support, and thank you so much, systematic team, to be available. Thank you so much.
On behalf of Systematics Group, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.
Thank you.